What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Fourth Eye checking in. Look, I want to talk about probably a couple experiences that I had recently. And usually I wouldn't talk about experiences that I just had. I had this experience yesterday. Had a couple experiences today that I'm gonna talk about. But the reason I want to talk about it is because I had an experience that I've had before, but not that I had before. The way that I had it, I used to have them like this when I was first becoming conscious, like of having the experiences when I was a teenager. That's the only reason I really want to talk about it, is because I ain't gonna lie, to have it the same way that I used to, like, even though like when I was younger, it used to scare me when I would come out my body, like say come out my body and I couldn't see anything. Like I know I'm in a room, but I can't see shit. It's like my vision wasn't, like my awareness wasn't fully there. So back then I didn't know how to make my awareness come back, or make my awareness come so that I could see shit. So I would just kind of wait. I wouldn't even move. I'll be like, I'll move a little bit, and then I'll just be like waiting until my vision actually came so I can know where I'm going, if it's something in front of me and all that shit. So yesterday I had this experience. I did like a cause I lay down and meditate. So I've been trying to practice more so sitting up, like in a meditation style. Like, so I sat down and I listened to some transcendental meditation music. I did my meditation for a cool little minute, and it was good. Now I got to work on my posture and stuff like that. Now that was the weird part. It's because I would feel like my body was like really light. I feel like I'm about to have an out of body, but because I'm not used to sitting up like this and meditating, I'm like, I wonder if the thought kept creeping in my head, like, I wonder if I come out my body, would my body fall down? Like, cause I'm so used to doing it while I'm laying down. But I did that for like 30 minutes. Then after that, I just laid down and did meditation to have an out of body. Now it took me a minute to make myself come out my body, because as y'all know, I don't usually try to make myself come out my body. So it took me a little minute. Now my body gets fairly relaxed easy, but it varies. Sometimes it could take a long time, sometimes it don't take that long. But I meditated for a cool little minute, to the point where my body started doing that little, well, not my body, but my soul body, energy body, started doing that little whoop, 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 whoop. So I started making it do this and do this and do that. And then while I'm doing this, I'm like, okay, all I'm doing is rocking back and forth. I'm feeling stupid right now because I ain't came out yet. So I'm just doing this shit. Like, I'm feeling my body doing this shit. So I'm like, man, what the hell? So I just popped up. I just sat up. I don't know how my mind just said, man, just sit up. I just sat up, and then I was like, oh shit, that was pretty easy. But I couldn't see. I could see like silhouettes, like objects and stuff, but it was dark. So I'm like, oh goddamn. But this time I didn't do like I would when I was young. I just got up. I just got up and started walking. But I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool, because I experienced this when I was younger, where it'd be all dark and stuff. So I'm like, awareness come, and every time I would say for my awareness to come, it would get a little bit more like brighter, like I could see better. So, but I wasn't commanding it the way that I should have commanded it, because I haven't had to do that in so long. So I basically had to teach myself, like, okay, maybe it was a reason why I had that experience the way I had it, because I need to learn that again, like, to be more assertive. So I'm like, I started, but the crazy part is, when I popped up out my body after I said, oh, that was easy. I couldn't see nothing, because almost a negative thought crept in. I don't know if this was the reason, but I just started singing. And if you ever had an out of body before, start singing or rapping or doing anything of that nature, you're gonna be like, dang, I sound amazing. I don't know, like, it's like you can sing really good, like rap. It's like freestyle rap. You'll be like, every word will be like, you'll be like, how am I so on point? But so I'm singing, like when I pop out, I'm just singing, but it sounds hella good. But I'm singing and singing, and then I started walking down the hallway. As I'm walking down the hallway, I'm like, okay, awareness, Like I'm commanding it to keep coming. But I get into the living room and I see this girl standing up, but I can't see her. All I see is a silhouette. So I'm like, okay, is this a shadow being? What is this? So I'm like, awareness comes. I'm walking, and she says something to me, and what she say? She said, oh no, my vision came, and I seen the girl. It was two girls, two young girls. It looked like they was at least around like 10 and 7. I don't know these girls in real life, but when I looked at them, I was like, oh, okay, it's two young girls. Like, so I'm like, I thought about looking at myself, but then I got sidetracked. They was arguing with each other over a remote. So the youngest one was like, she said, this would trip me out because she said my name. She said, Chris, I don't want the PlayStation no more. And I was like, you don't want the PlayStation no more? And when I looked at what she was saying was the PlayStation, I said, baby, that ain't no PlayStation. That ain't no PlayStation. That's a cassette player. It was like a cassette player. I was like, why you think that's a PlayStation? Like, I'm like, I just laughed at her, like you're silly. And they continue arguing over the remote. So I'm like, okay, I need to go outside. So I go run outside the garage door. When I run outside, the garage door is open. There's no cars in there. There's no cars in the garage. There's no cars parked outside the garage. And so when I run outside the garage and I look at the neighborhood, because I really wanted to see if I've ever seen this neighborhood before, because this house that I popped out in is not a house that I recognize. So when I looked outside into the street, I looked down the street. I'm like, I've never been here before. I don't recognize this place at all. It's like fall or something, you know, like now, like the leaves is falling all on the ground and stuff, and the grass is kind of dead. But I'm looking down the street. When I look to the right, the street goes, and then it curves, like one of them curves to the right. And the other way, I look that way, it curves to the right, going the opposite, like when I look to the left. So I'm like, okay, I'm saying that because that's what I use to remember the experience. So I looked at the curves, and I was like, okay. Then I turned around and I looked at the house, the structure of the house. It was a brick house. It was a nice looking house. It was a pretty nice looking house. The neighborhood, it was people driving in their driveways, but it wasn't people outside. It looked like it was supposed to be cold outside, but obviously I'm in an outer body. It felt good to me. So I walked back into the house because I started thinking like, okay, they was playing with the remote. I need to go see what was on television because I really want to know where I'm at, what time it is, what day it is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking all these questions, but I'm forgetting to ask them a lot of times. So I run back in the house, and when I'm about to shut the door to the garage door, I see a car backing in. And as I'm trying to shut the door does like it has a problem with the door. So I'm like trying to shut it, like, damn, shut. The door shuts, and I'm thinking, who was that in that car? I probably should have walked out there, but then I'm like, no, go see what's on TV. They tug of war with the remote, and I said, let me see that remote real quick. And I looked, as soon as I grabbed the remote, it was like I was about to look at the TV, and I started getting sleepy, like I was falling asleep. And I was like, damn, maybe I wasn't meant to see who that was driving. That was backing up into the driveway, or see who was on TV. I don't know who this was or whose house I was at, but I thought I might have been somebody different, but they said my name, which made me like, hold up, what the fuck? How did y'all know my name? Like, is this a future event, or is this a parallel reality? But so I'm not sure about that. But so today I was having some experiences. Oh no, I'll take that back. Today I had a couple experiences. I was about to lie. I had an experience. The first one was I came out my body from the side. I didn't really try to like have an outer body. I was asleep, and when I woke up, I felt my body vibrating. So I was like, okay, I guess I could leave my body. And I thought it was gonna be hard, but for me, like, I guess because I've been doing it for so long, that sensation when you come out your body and you feel your body vibrating. In the beginning stages, when I was younger, the vibrations used to be like really intense, but now they feel more relaxing. Like, it feels cool. It still feel like you dying, but dying don't feel that bad. Let me just say, like, if that's what dying feels like. So I just like slide out my body and I like float up in the air. I float up in the air and then I end up flying back down. And if you ever flew back down in the outer body, when you come out your body, you feel just the same way you would feel on a roller coaster ride if you was to like be going down like this. You get them bubbles in your stomach. Sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes it does. Now, I don't like it when it happens because it really feel like that. You be like, ooh. But I get back down to the ground and I'm in this different reality. I don't know where I'm at. Nobody told me. So I'm just down there and I'm talking to people. We having like conversations and stuff, and it's this big blue dude. Like, it's this big blue dude, but he's like basically like kind of terrorizing people here. Like, and I'm like, but not like he like just fucking shit up, but he like bullying. It's like a big bully. Like, he just, and they asking me like, can you help us? And I'm like, can I help y'all? And I'm telling y'all, like, I don't be trying to fight and stuff no more unless I really have to. And I'm like, I don't know, like, is he really doing something that bad and this and that? And they was like, are you scared? And I'm like, no, I'm not scared. I just don't know if I should be, you know what I'm saying, fighting people and stuff like that. And they like, can you please help us? So I said, I'll go out there and see what's going on. I go out there, and this dude looked damn near like, if you ever seen X-Men, I think it was X-Men Apocalypse, the blue dude that was, I don't remember his name, but he was like the father of all the mutants or something like that. He damn near looked like him. He was like buff, and but he didn't have like, it's like he had on some type of clothes, but it was like he didn't have on no clothes. He was like shooting these things out of his hands, and I'm like, I ain't gonna lie, I haven't experienced when I had a regular out of body anybody really shooting, like doing like magical shit, except for me. But so I go up to him and I'm about to say something to him, and he does something. He like he about to like run towards me. So as soon as he do that, I push my hands out like this, and some stuff comes out my hand. Like, it wasn't like no solid light beams, but it was like stringy lights like coming out my hands, and it was like going on top of him. And when I did that, I started floating up above him, and he started shooting those little light things at me. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he's shooting them at me, and I'm like just scooting to the side. And as he doing that, I don't know how I had the thought to do this. I just did like a circle, but I imagined the circle going around my body as a protective shield. And when I did that, I could see it, even though it was clear. I could see this protective shield come around me, and as I'm up in the air, he's shooting them, but they like bouncing off of this invisible shield. After that happened, I just end up waking up. Like, it wasn't like I didn't destroy him. So I felt good about that, because it wasn't like no crazy ass fight. But today, I had another one, and it was dealing with some succubus energy. And this one was trippy. I don't know how I did. I'm like, I must have really evolved from fear, because I didn't get scared. And the reason I say I feel like it was some succubus energy is because of what she said. Now, it could have been a whole nother life, some different type of human beings, but the way her eyes turned black, that shit was crazy. But she walks up to me when I'm out, and I'm like having regular conversation at this time, and she walks up to me and she say some freaky shit to me, like I can't even say it on here. And I'm like, what? But she's saying what she wants to do to me, but some really freaky shit. And I'm like, but when she says it, her eyes, her pupils, the whole of her eyes turn black. Mind you, when they turn black, I felt a little negative energy, but at the same time, I didn't get scared. When she said that, I just said, oh yeah, and I just walked away. I didn't say nothing else to her. I just walked away, because I recognized, like, look, I've been celibate for going on 2 years now. No sexual activity. So I understand it. When I was young, but I was getting them succubus energies coming, bruh. But at this age, I know that they're gonna come. It's how you handle it. And throughout that experience, I kept having this succubus energies coming to me, trying to, you know what I'm saying, have sexual activities, make me do but I kept catching it, and I kept like moving around, like I wasn't falling for it. Like, I hear you, but I'll keep moving around. You know what I'm saying? So that's prone to happen, especially when you're working on sexual discipline. So that's not something that shocked me or anything like that, but I feel like I evolved a little bit, because the younger me would have been tapping cheeks, son. I would have been energy drained, waking up like, tired than a motherfucker. But every time I had any of those experiences, I didn't indulge in nothing crazy. I had pretty decent, cool experiences. I always wake up with energy. Like, I know a lot of people seem to wake up drained of their energy, but for the majority of the times that I have out-of-body experiences, I wake up with hella energy. And it'd be hard for me to go back to sleep. And sometimes I don't like that shit. I'll be like, please be sleeping when I wake up so I can go right back to sleep, have a regular dream, or go back into the out-of-body. But normally, when I come out from an out-of-body, I'll be having hella energy. So I know I didn't do nothing wrong. So I'm like, okay, I'm evolving in that department, because I know fear is not about getting rid of fear. It's about overcoming it, like knowing how to control it. You know what I'm saying? Turning fear into courage. So, but I realized something. It ain't even about that fear. It's like you don't even have to be scared. It's like, in most cases, if you see something that doesn't look like that's something that looks like negative or something, most of the time all you gotta do is walk the fuck away. Like, okay, all right, please get out of my face. I ain't trying to deal with you today. Like, it's like simple. But that was pretty much the only thing I wanted to talk about today. I was gonna talk about something else, but I've been like dealing with some things, like spiritually, not anything bad, but I just been like really focused on trying to understand certain things so I can just talk about it more in depth. And I wish it was easy. I wish it was easy to see certain things and be able to give it in a more of an authentic way, even though you giving it the most authentic way you can give it. Sometimes it just be like, I know it's something more to that. So that's that on that. Y'all stay blessed and highly favored, man. Safe travels. Peace. It's your boy 4th Eye, the Ghetto Guru, and I'm out.